A very good afternoon to one and all. It's a great pleasure for me, myself, S.S. Jugale, and I am today going to deliver the lecture on ultrasonic machining. So, in this particular chapter, we are going to deal with the what is the ultrasonic machining, its principle, its working, the mechanism of ultrasonic machining, ultrasonic machining system and subsystems, process parameters, its effect, applications, and also advantages and disadvantages. So, ultrasonic machining is a non-traditional mechanical. It is a non-traditional machining. Mechanical means of uniform stock material removing process. So you can see it is applicable to both conductive and as well as non-conductive materials. So particularly suited for very hard brittle materials such as graphite, glass, carbide, and ceramics, etc. Look at this. This is a tool holder. This is workpiece holder, and this is a workpiece. This is abrasive slurry, which can be placed between the workpiece and particular job. So these are the booster. This is the sonotone which can be vibrate in upward and downward direction. This particular principle is used in ultrasonic machining. How it can be worked or what is the details of this particular principle can in the you can see in the subsequent slides. So it is a mechanical material removal process used to erode the material in the form of fine holes and cavities in a hard or brittle workpiece. This particular tool, this is a tool holder, we call it also vibrator. It uses a formed tools, vibration of high frequency and suitable abrasive slurry mix. Ultrasonic range is possible with the help of piezoelectric materials. This frequency near about less than 20,000 hertz. So, what is the working principle? We can elaborate this particular working principle from this diagram. This is a high frequency source from which we can get the frequency. This is transducer which transmit this particular high frequency to the tool holder and from the tool holder to the tool. That is, tool can vibrate from its axis to a high frequency. This particular tool can vibrate upward and downward direction due to this transducers in high frequency with high frequency. This particular work whose material is to be removed over here. This is the nozzle having a abrasive slurry with it to remove the burr particles. So in this particular process, this is a impact erosion process. For this particular erosion, we can use the abrasive particles. Abrasive particles are used for cutting the material. The abrasive particles in the slurry or fluid can help for the cutting. Material removing is nothing but a abarding action or shaped tool and of the generally type of cavity you have to create. It is directly proportional to your work shape of the workpiece tool. So what will happen? Suppose we have to remove the material from this particular workpiece. The tool having the same shape that will be produced corresponds to the workpiece. In short, I say the shape of the tool corresponding to the shape to be produced in the workpiece. So this entire tool holder community has attached with this particular transducer. This entire part is called as a transducer. Transducer consists of a high frequency supply, converter, and having a tool attacher. By using stud, we can tool holder fit into this particular converter. The tool holder is having a high frequency vibration due to the high frequency transducer. Okay, so due to this high frequency vibration, When the process is performed by a cutting tool which oscillates at near about high frequency 20 to 40,000 kilohertz in abrasive slurry. The tool is gradually fed with the uniform force. The high-speed reciprocation of the tool drive the abrasive grains across a small gap against the workpiece. The impact of the abrasive is the energy principally responsible for the material removal in the form of small wear particles. This particular material can be removed by small wear particles due to this particular high-speed reciprocation of the tool. The high impact of the abrasive is the responsible, this impact of the tool can be responsible for the removal of the material from the small wear particles, and that particular small wear particles can be carried away by this particular abrasive slurry. So when the abrasive particles suspended in the slurry between the tool and the workpiece, the struck by the downstroke of the vibration tool, the impact propels the particle across the cutting gap, hammering them into the surface of the both tool and workpiece. Collapse of the cavitation of the bubbles in the abrasive suspension results in a very high local pressure. Under the action of this associated shock wave on the abrasive particles, micro cracks are generated at the interference of the workpiece, that is brittle fracture. The brittle fracture leads to chipping of particles from the workpiece. So these are the different components. This is the machine body, slurry pump, slurry tank. This is manual lever. This is the feed mechanism. This is the acoustic head in which tool is situated, which is supposed to be vibrate at high frequency on the workpiece. So piezoelectric transducer is utilizes the crystals like quartz whose dimensions alter when the being subjected to electrostatic fields. The charge is directly proportional to the applied voltage. So ultrasonic machining system components nothing but abrasive slurry. This is the first component is transducer. This is the transducer which transfer the high frequency, convert the high frequency to the high frequency of this particular machine component. To obtain the high amplitude of vibrations, the length of the crystal must be matched to the frequency of the generator which produces the resonant conditions. So number one is transducer. Number two is abrasive slurry. It is a common type of abrasive boron carbide that is B4C, good in general but expensive. This is expensive. Silicon carbide, glass or germanium ceramics can also use it as a abrasive slurry. This Al2O3 corundum is also used as a abrasive slurry. Diamond, which is generally used for rubies, and boron silicon carbide, that is 10% more abrasive than this particular boron carbide. Liquid, we can use water, most common, benzoyl, glycerol, oils, and high pressure, high viscosity. Oils are high viscosity oils. So ultrasonic system components, next is tool. The tool material should be a tough and ductile. Low carbon steel and stainless steel tools materials can give the good performance. Tools are usually 25 mm long. Its size is equal to the hole size minus twice the size of abrasive. Mass of tool should be minimum possible so that it does not absorb the ultrasonic energy. It is important to realize that finishing or polishing operations on the tools are sometimes necessary because their surface finish will be reproduced in the workpiece. Tool and tool holder are often attached by silver brazing. So what are the process parameters to be checked in the this particular ultrasonic machining? Amplitude of vibration. More the amplitude of vibration, more will be the material removing, and it will be more fast will be material removed. Frequency of vibration. It is generally about 19 to 25 kilohertz. Feed force, feed pressure, abrasive size near about 15 to 150 micron. Contact area of the tool. Next is volume of concentration of abrasive in slurry. These are the factors on which your entire ultrasonic machining process depend. So what are the applications of this particular ultrasonic machining? It can be used for drilling, grinding, profiling or coining, piercing of dies, etc. Welding operations of small materials which can be treated suited by abrasives. It is used for machining hard and brittle metallic alloys, semiconductor gas, ceramics, carbides, etc. It is also used for machining of round, square and irregular shape holes and surface impressions. Ultrasonic machining have advantages that machining of any materials regardless of their conductivity can be easily done by this particular abrasive ultrasonic machining. So ultrasonic machining applied to a machining semiconductor such as silicon and germanium also. It is also suitable to precise machining of brittle materials. It does not produce a electrical, thermal or chemical abnormal surface. It can drill circular or non-circular holes in very hard materials. It produces very less stress because of its non-thermal characteristics. Apart from this, ultrasonic machining has some disadvantages. Ultrasonic machining has low material removal rate, that is 3 to 15 mm per 3 minutes. So tool wears are fast in case of ultrasonic machining due to this continuous vibration on the surface. Machining area and depth is restrained in case of ultrasonic machining. So if you have any doubt, look at these various work samples machined by this particular ultrasonic machining. If you have any doubt, then comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.